Okay, we're back. What we got today is my buddy's Axial Ridgecrest, and he wants me to do a few upgrades to it. And he's done some upgrades to it, and you've seen this in videos, my earlier videos. He has put on some J Concepts rock tires. It's got decent foams. I believe these are the blue compound. Little stiffer, not as sticky. They're pretty sticky, but they're kind of slow on reacting. It's got vent holes in here and stuff, but the foams are a little reactive. And what we're going to do today is we got a few upgrade parts. We're going to change the pinion on his motor, and we're going to change it to a 14 tooth. And there's the 14 tooth pinion for it. And we're going to get rid of this horrible arm right here. It's the same as the Wraith and stuff was. It's like its version of a servo saver. But you get on rocks and this thing's just awful. It just bends and goes crazy. And we're going to change the steering servo. We're going to put the Tactic TSX 57 on here. This is a high torque servo, and let's see, what does it have? 176 ounces of torque on the 4.8, and if you hook it to a 6 volt or add a little BEC, you'll get 188 ounces of torque. So like I said, he's done a few upgrades on here already. He's moved his battery tray forward. He's upgraded his tires. And he does have weights in them. This truck's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. I'm kind of surprised that the air hadn't come back in here. What I might do for him is open this up and check his vent holes. I think that the vent might be a little plugged up with the wheel weights. So that'll help this reaction some. Because they're coming back up, but they're coming back up pretty slow. So like I said, I think the first thing I'm going to do is drop this motor down, pull the motor out, and change the pinion. Alright, so give me just a second. Let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, we pulled the transmission plate out. I went ahead and took off his old pinion. And this was a 17 tooth, and he's putting on a 14. And now we gotta set the mesh, the spacing on the pinion gear. And myself, some people like to use paper. I like to do it by hand myself, because not all these gears are exactly round. Let's see what this seems to be the case here. Just a tiny bit too loose. Ain't one way, it's the other. See, I don't know if that'll focus. Let's see. You want to be able to hold that and get just a little movement out of it. You don't want it so tight that you'll dig into the gear. You don't want it so loose that it'll end up stripping it out. That's the thing with these things. It seems like as soon as you get them tight, they move. Alright, well, give me just a second to finish setting this and we'll move on to the next step. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, well, we got this all spinning freely and just a tiny bit of slop like we want it, just a little bit. Alright, so we'll put this cover back on and that'll be it for the pinion part of it. Then we'll move on to the next step. I think we're going to do is the steering arm. Get that part over with. And then while we got that out, we can do the servo. So give me just a second to put this back together and I'll be right back. Okay, we got our new pinion on. Then nothing's binding. Made sure our drive shafts were nice and straight. The lines lined back up so no chatter. Alright, so I guess the next thing we're going to do is take this servo and servo arm off. Oh boy, that was tight. Alright, so let's just take this off from the horn. Lovely Phillips heads. We all know how I love them. Phillips head were good in their day, but now that the hex head's out, they should be phased out just like flathead screws were. Now this is still a good servo in here, he just wants a stronger one. And I'm pretty sure he's going to put this in one of his other RCs. This is the AE3. Like I said, it's still a decent servo. It did alright, but he's upgrading to the Tactic here, which is a much better servo. Even though the arms and everything that come with it are complete junk. Get rid of these. Those are pretty well crap. Get rid of them screws. Put the same ones back in. Alright, we'll see if this needs these little spacers. It might, no, it's not going to need them either. But I think I might put the rubber washers in there. Work as a lock ring almost. Alright, well, let me get these in and I'll be right back. Okay, well, we got the new servo prepped, ready to get put on. I figure while I have it off, I'm going to go ahead and pull this steering knuckle off here. And get this out of the way. And I got a little rusty. Let's see. Now you got to pull all the tools out. want to make sure you have a decent set of tools that grab your fittings real well. Tell you what, I'm just going to turn this thing upside down and stop playing with it. Alright, got that one off. That all should come out pretty good. Yeah, you can see where it started pitting on that aluminum. Alright. This was on the bottom before. I don't see any scratches on this. So hopefully we can leave this the same on this new one. Alright, well give me just a second to open this new one up. What we got is the Hot Racing red aluminum steering rod. Part number is RCS49E02. Pretty nice looking piece. Kit comes complete. And these things always change up a little bit. That's why I wasn't sure which way to put the servo on yet. Start these by hand. Alright. Find the right tool. There we go. I'll snug that up once I get her on. Turn this back upside down. I don't know if this is something he did or if this is the way the Ridgecrest came, but this is actually a little weird to me because they got the steering knuckle on the bottom, but it seems to be plenty high enough. Okay, alright, give me just a second to put this last bolt on and I'll be right back. Okay, we got our arm on. I went ahead and put the servo back on. We also got the Axial 25 tooth aluminum servo arm, 25 tooth for the Tactic, which is the AX30836. Bothering putting that screw in there. I got to center the servo anyway. So we'll figure out where the center is real quick. Or get her pretty daggone close. That will take her. Our servo controller. As you can see, that controls the servo, and that's under manual, and that should be neutral. Alright. Must have had it pretty damn close when I first put it on. Okay, wrench here. Alright, that's neutral and it looks pretty straight. Go ahead and lock this arm on. Might have to adjust it again. Sometimes when you center these and then you actually hook the controller up, it doesn't quite want to cooperate. So. But that's centered enough for right now. Got a lot more wire on this one than he had on his other. There you go. Let him do his wire the way he wants. Alright, so now we got the steering arm on. Everything's hooked up real good. I need to just tighten a few things up. I didn't put the mojo on that because I didn't want to over tighten it until we got her set up right. Alright, well that all looks good. Okay. sure it's tight. Alright, so we got the servo in, the new steering arms, no more bendy crap. We went ahead and got his pinion done, so he should be good to go. All you gotta do is put his lid on now and be good to go. Alright, well that's it for the little update on the Ridgecrest. Like I said, he's done a few things to it, you know, some new beadlock rims, and he's got weight in each of the tires. This thing's heavy now, so now with that extra weight he's got a better servo to steer this thing. He's got his aluminum arm, so he no longer has that thing bending in half as soon as he hits a rock. So that's pretty much it. So that's good. So he ought to be happy with that. Alright, until next time, thanks for watching. Please like, please share, and please comment. Thank you. Bye.